Welcome to the Hustle Wing podcast. Today we are joined by Collin Smith, who's the co-founder and CEO of Reachsuite. Hi there, Collin. How are you doing?
Hello. Good to be here. How are we doing?
All good, thanks. Thanks for joining us in this conversation. You guys do quite interesting work, and I'm really interested in sort of unpacking that. And I want to start with you guys' origin story and sort of what inspired, the creation of Reachsuite.
I think if you talk to most founders, um, companies start with a personal problem, right? A lot of times, at least, not always. Um, I was leading revenue at a company called Viz AI. We're doing very well, but I oversaw global pipeline and mid market sales, and a big challenge that continuously held us back was this idea that people wanted to play with their product, right? This idea that people wanted to experience a demo environment, a sandbox, if you will, on their own time. And we ended up doing a business case study, and it was holding us. We had several $1 million each quarter that we were losing at the top, middle, and bottom of funnel to this concept that people wanted to play with the product. And I remember our sales reps coming to us and saying, "Hey, Collin, you know, people don't want to get demo meetings anymore. Or people are really shy to introduce us to our decision makers, or people don't want to sign a contract until we do some POC." And I was skeptical at first. I was really skeptical until I started doing some research, and I started really digging deeper into this world shift that we call it, consumerization of software. Right, the consumerization of software is this movement that we're seeing where B2B buyers go, "Hey, like I appreciate you cold calling me or reaching out. I'm going to play with the technology on my own time and on my own terms, and then I'll make a decision about if I either want to meet with you, if I want to introduce you to my boss, or if I want to sign a contract." Right, and we were struggling with this really big at at Viz AI, and so I ended up leaving and starting Reachsuite as the first and only platform that allows you to convert your real demo environment into a self-guided product tour in minutes with no code. And so you can drop a buyer, whether it's in marketing, whether it's in sales, whether it's in customer success, you can drop a buyer right on top of your demo environment. They can bypass the sign in and everything. They can choose the pain point or the use case in which they're interested, right, in solving for. And based on what they choose, they're automatically landed right on top of a fully functional demo environment where they can play around in a guided or totally open world format, or guided where it's like, "Hey, do this and then check this out and then move this here and blah, blah, blah." And it's the first of its kind. It's the only solution on the market that actually allows you to play with your full product, which is solving that world shift that companies are desperate to achieve modern buyer demands while controlling the value story.
Look, I mean, already it sounds like it's sort of disrupting that relationship aspect, and in terms of what are you investing in, and sort of changes the idea of investing in products. I'm interested in the process that goes in building such a solution, because I'm quite sure there's quite a lot of nuts and bolts that are needed to sort of put together a platform like this. Walk us through that process.
So I mean, yeah, I guess prior to starting Reachsuite, I thought software was just typing some lines of code into a dashboard, then hit and commit. I've since learned that software is much more complicated and moody than that. Our technology is definitely complex. We have we've hired some top web engineers and browser engineers from around the world to help us build what is effectively a proxy layer that sits on top of your demo environment, right? So you think about, we'll use something like Monday.com, right? A very common project management tool. Monday.com oftentimes is looking to increase their top of funnel conversions. They have people coming to their website, millions of people every month, and they want to capture more of those people. But more importantly, they want to convert them to paying customers. And so what they might do is use Reachsuite, for example, as a way for you to land on top of the Monday.com demo environment, choose the pain point, like I mentioned, or the use case. Like maybe I want to better project manage versus demand gen campaign manage, right? And based on what I choose, now I land directly on top of a proxy layer that's sitting on top of that Monday.com demo environment. The reason why that matters is because you want thousands of people to be able to play with this at one time. You don't want to spin up a new demo environment. That would take millions of dollars in AWS costs, and it would just be unscalable. So you want everyone to be able to land on top of the same demo environment and play around with it, but not know anyone else is there. And that takes a very complicated, what we call the proxy layer, that allows everyone to be playing with the product and feel like they are using it to its fullest potential, but not actually editing or damaging the product so the next person comes in and everything's messed up.
Yeah, very unique solution there. I'm sure, the traction looks good because, I mean, what business or what product developer wouldn't want to be, sort of working with such a solution? Let's talk about the traction and how the platform has been received so far.
Yeah, I think the way that I communicate that is building a company is tough. Building a company is tough. No matter if it's my father who's built, a used car dealership, and then went on to build, a local hotel, buying and selling, flipping hotels. It's tough, right? Or my uncle, who has built a landscaping company in my hometown of Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's tough. What makes it a little bit easier is when every day you're talking to prospects, you're talking to buyers, and they're like, "Whoa, what you're doing is solving a huge problem for us," right? Because if you're solving a problem that matters, it matters today and it matters more tomorrow because it's only growing in not only painfulness but awareness of that pain. It makes the job a lot easier as an entrepreneur. I feel very blessed and fortunate that this has been a problem that people want to solve. And so we have had tremendous traction since we started working on this full time, which was in March of 2023. We've signed some great customers. We call them early partners because that's really what they are. Great logos, well recognized and respected logos. And I feel very fortunate that the problem that I experienced as a sales leader at Viz AI is now the problem that a lot of people are also looking to solve.
Yeah. What would you say this kind of solution, how do I phrase this? What does it mean for the product space? I mean, of course, it offers an opportunity for folks to sort of play around before they invest. And I'm sure that's already disrupting the market in a way. But I'm interested in the future and what this kind of solution then can possibly do, for future investments and product development.
Yeah, I mean, like I think like every company in our space or other, there's a great long roadmap that we have. I'll tell you this: our vision, if you were to really distill it down to what is Reachsuite's vision, our vision is powering the future of self-service buying. Right? I am hell bent on this idea that the software is becoming consumerized, and people want to move, whether it's at the top of the funnel as a prospect doing research, or if it's on the opposite side of the funnel as a customer looking to potentially expand and buy more. People want self-service options. And so our roadmap and our product offering will continue to serve that job to be done, which is that companies are desperate for ways to achieve modern buyer demands while controlling the value story.
Yeah. The audience here for Hustlewing is mostly side hustlers and contract workers. Two questions. What projects do you guys have in the pipeline at the moment? And do you guys have any challenges that you guys could see yourselves leveraging some contract work from some of our network?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you go to our careers page, we have a few open roles in the engineering side. Absolutely, always excited to speak with folks that have deep web browser and web system backgrounds, um, deep React, TypeScript, AWS, PostgreSQL experience on the engineering side, and on the go to market side. I'm always interested in looking for marketing experts. We have a great advisory board of marketing leaders from top software companies. but someone to help me get their hands dirty. Something that we probably should be doing more of is awareness activities, social media, other awareness activities to continue to warm the market with our presence, and definitely open to speaking to some folks about that.
Sure. Thanks for that. I'm interested in your insights. I mean, you sort of create a solution that hasn't been seen before in the space, and you kind of have two perspectives. So from before and after, since you guys started, what has sort of changed, and is there a possibility of us seeing more solutions like this emerging in the market?
Yeah, I don't claim, for better or for worse, Reachsuite's not a category creator. We are a vertical, or I suppose we would be categorized as a horizontal innovation, but we are not a vertical innovation. There are predecessors that came before us that did something called screenshot product tours, and we're really grateful for the time, energy, and money that they invested to develop this market, to make people aware that people want to experience demo in a more automated format. Um, the so there's been companies that have created these screenshot tours that allow you to take screenshots, throw them together into a linear click path, and then click next, next, next. The reason why we're really emerging as a leader in this space, and the reason why so many people are joining the Reachsuite family, is because fundamentally the world wants to play with your software. Fundamentally, the consumerization of software is that people want to try it and play with it in a robust environment where all the integrations are magically hooked up, where the data is magically flowing through, and they can do whatever they want without fear of breaking it or doing something irreversible. And so the reason why ReachSuite exists is because we believe if you can play with the software, then you'll convert people at a higher rate. You'll move them through the sales cycle faster, and they'll see value significantly faster, to renew and expand faster. And screenshot solutions, while they are the predicate technology, the incumbent, are fundamentally ill prepared to address that market movement that people want to play with it, because you're just clicking next through a series of screenshots. So
Yeah.
there are technologies that have existed before us. I think we are the emerging technology, and I'm sure, given how painful this problem is, people will wake up to it, and we'll probably see other folks starting to do more high fidelity play with the technology type solution.
Yeah. Colin, before I let you go, folks who are interested in plugging in and, sort of learning more about the products and the solution, where can they find ReachSuite online?
Yeah, reachsuite.io is our website. If you fill out the opening email, I'm looking at it right now. Website looks good. If you fill out the opening email form, it goes still directly to me. So I respond to everyone. I take time to meet with folks. So please head over there. If you want to go to LinkedIn, of course, it's linked. Let me just pull it up here. Yeah, it's LinkedIn /reachsuite.io. You can head over to our Reachsuite, to our LinkedIn, or message me on LinkedIn at Collin Smith. Collin S. Smith.
Cool. Thank you so much, Colin, for your time. Quite an insightful conversation.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Sure.